Today I'm going to walk you through a beginner-friendly guide on how to read your Garmin Striker 4 and also utilize a function most people don't know exists on this unit, which is the Fish ID. It's going to help you get on fish faster. I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's hop in. First, we're turning Fish ID off, which you're looking at right now, so we can see the real unfiltered sonar return. So when the Garmin Striker 4 sends out a ping or a series of pings when using chirp, it creates a cone-shaped beam underneath your vessel. And what happens is that whenever it hits whatever's down there and comes back, that is what's painted on the screen right here. So a fish passing through the center of the cone will look like a full arch, which is what you kind of see right here and right here. Maybe a fish entering or exiting the edge of the cone may only look like a part of the arch. That's why you're getting partial arches on this screen. So think of this screen as a scrolling history of what your transducer saw 1 to 3 seconds ago. This is just history, with the most recent history being over here on the right. So I'll be completely honest with you, if you're learning sonar interpretation, this raw view is the most accurate way to understand what's really happening below your vessel. But not everybody wants to decode arches, right? And Garmin makes it super beginner friendly with Fish ID mode. And how you get to that is you head down here to the hamburger button, as I like to call it. And it's buried deep. That's why a lot of people don't utilize it. So you head down to sonar setup, hit the check mark button, head down to appearance, hit the check mark button, head down to fish symbols, and you're going to get a variety of different options here. One, you're just going to get fish symbols, right? So this is perfect if you just want the basics. Suspended targets show up as simple fish icons, no extra data, no clutter, just, hey, here's a fish. So this is a really great training wheels mode for brand new sonar users. Next up, let's head in here, sonar setup, appearance, down to fish symbols, hit enter. You're going to see this guy. So let's head over, and this is going to be fish symbols plus depth, right? So now we're leveling up. You still get the fish icons, but the Striker 4 adds small depth number beside each one. And what this means is you can see where the fish are and exactly how deep they are holding, instead of having to decipher it by looking at the range on the right side of your screen. So if you're matching lure depth or trolling mid-column, this is gold. And then head back to sonar setup, appearance, head down to fish symbols, and then you will see this guy right here, fish icons plus background sonar. So let's check that out and see what you're looking at now. This is where things get interesting. You get the fish icons and the raw sonar behind them. So that means you can see structure and vegetation and drop-offs and brush and rocks and humps. You're not only seeing fish, you're seeing why the fish are where they are at, right? So great for brush piles and weed edges and offshore structure fishing. And then lastly, the option you get, head back, appearance, head down to fish symbols, and head to the last one, which is going to be the whole enchilada. Right? This is going to give you fish icons, the depth of each target, plus the full sonar background. And this is the most information-rich view Garmin offers. So if you want a complete picture of the underwater world with a little help, this is for you. So the question is, when would you use each mode? So think of Fish ID icons like training wheels, right? They're really great for helping you learn what fish tend to look like. You can understand depth, right, at a glance. You can see how marks relate to structure and cover below the water. But here's the important thing most beginners don't realize. Fish ID is not always accurate. Sometimes it'll tag debris and bubbles and vegetation as fish, right? It's a tool, but not something you want to fully rely on. So once you start getting comfortable interpreting the shapes and the shadows and the arches, begin turning those Fish ID options off one by one and move toward reading the actual sonar returns. Because at the end of the day, that raw sonar will always give you the most accurate picture of what's truly underneath your vessel. Now, let's say you turn all of this stuff off. Let's go and turn it off real fast. So here's another tip for you. When all this is off, try nudging your gain up just a little bit. So hit your menu button, go up to gain. It's already there at 4%. Because Garmin tends to show the true sonar returns without overly smoothing the screen. So a small gain increase can help you reveal more detail like bait and that subtle structure and better target separation. But just remember, too much gain is going to add clutter to your screen, but a little boost adds clarity. So adjust it until your screen looks clean but detailed, and you'll get much more accurate reads of what's happening underneath your vessel. Now, if you start utilizing the Garmin Striker 4 like I just shared with you, you're going to be ahead of 90% of the anglers out there who just use the Garmin Striker 4 really as a depth reading and to show how fast they're going. But there is one feature on the Garmin Striker 4 that blows what I just shared with you out of the water. It's called A-scope, and it stands for amplitude scope. And if you don't know what that is, it's buried pretty deep, which is why a lot of people don't use it. But I'm going to walk you through, because I believe that once you turn this on, you'll never turn it off. Check out that A-scope tutorial right there. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.